The STEM Society.
Welcome back to another episode of the STEM Society. My name is Cole Jackson. This is episode 96. Welcome back. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, so that typically means you guys are getting ready to go into the weekend. I hope you guys had a great first half of your week. I hope the week has been good to you. I have been really sitting down, just kind of getting some shit together. It's some things I've been working on. It's some stuff that I'm been praying on, and it's an opportunity that I seen that just came up, and guys, pray for me and hope that I get this opportunity, because if it does, it's going to help the show and it's going to help everything else. So please keep on supporting this, man. We got a few subscribers. Shout out to y'all. Thank you guys for being a social light and joining the society. And it's just been a very good week so far. So it's the middle of the week, and my mom's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Mom, all the way over in the States. I miss you, and I hope you have been enjoying your day, and I hope your day was wonderful to you. It is April. April has just began, and that means we're going to get a lot of bonus content. If you're part of the Patreon, then you are going to get the Hip Hop Survival Guide, which will be starting in another week. That is where I give you guys albums from different eras to help up your rap game. A lot of y'all still doing a lot of this stuff with this with new music, and some of y'all need to know what some of the older music is, and you can build your collection up. I see a lot of people with vinyls. This is going to help you get your vinyl game together. This is actually going to get your hip hop knowledge up, and it's just going to help you be a better hip hop head. So starting in another 2 weeks, we'll be getting the first episode of Hip Hop Survival Guide. Be on the lookout for the promo. I usually drop stuff on the community just to let y'all know when stuff is dropping. This will be Patreon only, so if you haven't joined the Patreon yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Help support the STEM Society and become a Patreon socialite. So it's been an interesting week. You guys have been off your rocker. Let's go ahead and get into music news.
Music news.
So Drake finally decided to drop his video for the Nokia song. And first and foremost, let me just say, I like the video. I think the video is pretty good. I think it's all right. It goes with what he's talking about on the song, even though I didn't like Sexy Songs for You. Didn't really like the album. There are a few songs on there that I thought were pretty good, and Nokia is one of them. So with that being said, man, I think he needed a video to go with what the song was about, which is just having fun, which is about just kind of just hanging out and doing just cool shit. And the venom that came from the reaction community is fucking hilarious. I went and checked out a few people's reactions, and the only thing I could hear throughout the whole thing was how he was copying Kendrick and how this is, I guess, a trolling Kendrick throughout the video, which, to be fair, there are a few things that are kind of similar. I know the little dance spot towards the end really was like, okay. But people are going crazy with some of the stuff, comparing it to the Super Bowl performance, comparing it to like the black and white video being compared to what was the beginning of Not Like Us. Even down to the very end where people see the owls and saying that he's mirroring what Kendrick did on Not Like Us with the owls and stuff like that. Look, my being able to do commentary on hip hop and music in general, sometimes you have to take off your bias glasses and kind of look at things for the music side of things. Forget about how you feel about these people. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times people take their personal feelings about people that they've never met before and they put it towards what their reactions are. Now, the few reactions that I watched were pretty disgusting and stupid, because you're not commentating on the song. You're not really commentating on if the video is good or not. You're just kind of trying to pick and choose how it's similar to Not Like Us, which I know, I get it. A lot of y'all need engagement to be able to continue the wave of creators who ended up getting a whole lot of followers from critiquing the whole beef. I understand. You have a lane, and that lane you want to continue to go with, and why not keep going for where the money is, right? Makes sense. So I can't be mad at people wanting to feed their monster when it comes to what they created, instead of being a little bit more unbiased in some of their takes. But some of y'all are taking it way too far with the similarities. Like, they didn't stop. Kendrick wasn't the first person to make a black and white video. I'm just throwing it out there. He's not the first person to do that. I think the fandom on both sides is what's really making music right now so boring and shitty, because everything that comes out or every opinion that's being said has nothing to do with the music, but it has a lot to do with jabs about who has slaps or the position of where the songs are on Billboard, or like, how is it that he can keep doing this? Drake's miserable. The hate that people have for Drake is so unreal, because about 5 years ago, y'all was sitting up here shaking your ass and putting hearts in your fucking in your fucking haircuts. Y'all were cutting hearts in your head, doing what this nigga was doing. Stop. The madness that's coming from this beef, man, is ridiculous. Nobody enjoys music anymore. Everybody is so big on trying to compare who and what. Like, I'm so over it. I think the video is actually pretty cool. I like the fact that he had choreography in there. People are just like, he didn't get choreography until Kendrick did. He is making a song about having fun and being around women. Sexy Songs for You, whether you want to believe it or not, is an album about women, about being toxic and loving women and all this other shit. And the extremes that people have gone to kind of denounce anything. The song is trash because Drake is copying somebody. He ain't got it no more. I just want a lot of people to know that song was in the top 10 on Billboard before the video came out. I think it hit number 7, might have been number 5, either one. But the song was a breakout hit on the album before this video even dropped. Now, the song might go number 1 on Billboard, but a lot of you guys probably won't even acknowledge that, because you're going to always say, well, it's the bots, or it's this, or it's that. This space is already cluttered with a lot of shitheads and a lot of people who are just really divisive when it comes to talking about hip hop and the commentary that goes with everything that has something to do with music. We are a lot of these people who are doing hip hop commentary and reactions have no clue about, like, trying to push new artists. They're not using their platform to kind of talk about what's really going on in music, any of that shit. Y'all just want to be team this or team that instead of really just talk about the music. Leave other artists out of this shit, bro. Like, it ain't really that deep no more. It's really not. We're not even talking about how this year it's a down year. The first quarter has been horrible when it came to new releases and new albums. We've gotten more bad music than we have good. But I think a lot of y'all want to really, really focus on downing Drake or trying to kick his back in more than was already happened to him after the beef. Let me be real serious with y'all for a second. Drake is Drake. No matter what you say, no matter how you critique him, the man is going to make a hit. He is going to have a hit. That's not me being a stan. That's me understanding history and understanding what he's done in the past. Now, a lot of people feel like his mojo is gone, especially in this video. I don't see it that way. I most definitely see it as Drake is making his comeback. Drake is most definitely going to put out an album this year if he can get past the whole lawsuit situation. And Drake is still the nigga that makes slaps. He's going to make a hit. He's going to have a hit album, whether you guys critique it or not. And I think a lot of you people have been really unfair with the shit that you're coming from because you're mad at a nigga you never met in your life. You guys have got to start taking these bias glasses, these bias glasses off and start really listening to like more music and stop taking your personal feelings and pushing it out there like that. I've never really understand why people have personally just been so upset about this guy that they've never met and they never sat down. The only gripe I've really had about Drake, honestly, is him not sitting down with hip hop media to do interviews and his whole run of streamers that he's been hanging out with. And I don't think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. But other than that, bruh, it's just getting to a point where it's like, y'all ain't even enjoying the music no more. Y'all ain't even trying to hear what the music is saying anymore. And I'm not saying that everything that Drake put out is fantastic because I I didn't like 60 Songs for Me or 60 Songs for You. I didn't think it was for me. It just ain't. Like I said, I pulled my little songs out of there and put it on my playlist, and I'm going about my business. But the venom y'all have for this nigga is one, it's kind of hilarious, and then two, it's pathetic. I even listened to a rant from Ray Daniels, who went on to say that Drake doesn't craft songs that'll last throughout time. Yeah, that's a part of hip hop. That's just how it is. He compared Drake to Kanye West, and he compared the Drake to how Drake makes music and how Kanye is, and we need Negro spirituals. It was a whole mess about. It was just a rant about bullshit that he should already know because he was music executive, so he knows these things. But I'm just kind of over this Drake hate, bruh. Like, let's get back to listening to the music. Let's get back to understanding other artists. Let's get back to just enjoying all of this shit and stop being so team this and team that. It's engagement baiting, and it's to the point now where you guys you get so meticulous about certain things in a video where it's just like the nigga is just trying to have fun. Drake is just trying to have fun in this video. That's something that we kind of need. We need a little bit of fun now. The beef is over with. We know who won. The nigga, we know he lost. Can we get back to having fun? Can we get back to just having fun music? Nokia is a fun song. The video concept, I think, is very good, especially with the digital stuff, with the snake playing in the background, or like the different digital stuff that's coming up that's saying Nokia, the phone, and then he opens it up to two-way. Like, it's a lot of cool shit on there. And he got some good-looking women who's dancing in there. I'm not trying to compare that to the Super Bowl performance. I'm not trying to compare that to like the 4 women that was on behind Kendrick. I don't give a fuck no more. Take your bias glasses off for a second, and can we get into some other topics? Can we start pushing new artists? Can we start talking about new music? Can we get past this whole Drake versus Kendrick thing? It's done. And even if he was trolling in his video, guess what? They've been subbing each other for 15 years. Why stop now? Did you guys watch the Kanye West Akademiks interview? I did, and I have thoughts on it. I got a lot of thoughts on this shit. First of all, what the hell did I just watch? What did I watch? The whole interview is a clown show. It is a circus. It is a mess. This was low-key hilarious, but yet sad. It's guerrilla style too. Like, he did it where it felt like it was a handheld cam and all of this other shit. And Akademiks is in the car basically nutting on himself because he can't wait to meet Kanye. He literally was like busting a nut through the whole thing. It's very hilarious. Pause if I need to. He gets to the hotel room. Kanye West opens up the door in a fucking Sean John shirt. I can't make this shit up. Answers the door in the Sean John shirt. Then these two clowns try to figure out how to do the fucking interview in the hotel room. Neither one of these two know how to set it up, the shot and all this other shit. The whole thing started off as a mess. Then this nigga Kanye just kind of goes back into the back, and this nigga comes out in a black leather Klansman outfit. I kid you not. He said this is a leather Klansman outfit. All black. Did the whole rest of the interview in it. Now, I am a black man from the South. I lived in Birmingham, Alabama for a long time of my life. And let me tell you right now, when we seen Klansman outfits like that, guess what we did? We headed the other way because somebody is getting a cross burned in their yard. They still do that now. It's 2025. They still do that town. Shout out to Coleman, Alabama. Sundown town. Anyway, this guy decides to come out and do this interview in a full-blown Klansman outfit. No flinching at all. He came out there, hood and everything. He was like the Grand Wizard. Kids, if you don't know what a Grand Wizard is in the Klan, look it up. It's something serious. And from there, I just knew I was in for some bullshit.
Jay-Z tweet, because it was just like, nah, the whole idea is no matter what, I'm not going to back down. So by doing a swastika chain, it then ruffle some feathers. And then I really saw the comparison of me and Puff with the Diageo and the Adidas situation.
We have to understand why he decided to make a swastika chain. He made the Jay-Z tweet that he made and the Jewish comments. Now, I'm reading off my notes because I did take notes on this bullshit because this guy, I had to take notes on this. Kanye West said, "I'm tired. I'm taking a stand and I'm not backing down. Hence why I made the swastika chain. This is why I made those tweets about Jay-Z and his kids. And of course, the Jewish comments, you guys already know how I get down." I looked at that as one of the most ignorant and niggerish things I've ever seen in my entire life. You're not backing down from what, Kanye? You're a billionaire now off of a lot of people who believed in you and a lot of people who really thought that you were somebody who believed in us. And we thought you were one of us. And you're not. But you're a billionaire off of this shit. And it's low-key kind of sad that you get mad when people get upset with the things that you say or do. I literally was fuming when I watched this interview seeing this nigga you're in a fucking Klansman outfit, bruh. You can't get no lower than that. And for you to sit up here and say, "I'm taking a stand and I'm not backing down," and you're claiming that you're going to stand firm, and then you just like, "Nah, you're not going to take me down." Who's after you, my nigga? Nobody's after you. You're a nut job. You're crazy. Nobody's coming for you, bruh. Let it go. And the thing that killed me was Ak is sitting up there smiling like a fucking kid at Christmas. So then we have the whole "why Puff is my brother" conversation.
I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video with him and Cassie from 10 years ago. And then it made everybody be like, "Oh, well, Puff's a woman beater, so he's the devil. He needs to be in jail," right? Meanwhile, I don't know somebody who hasn't gotten to an altercation with a girl at one point, and including Cardi. Watch this. Cardi, Puffy, Kendrick, the two pedophiles. Drake, R. Kelly, or supposed. Puffy and R. Kelly are in jail with Drake 5 years from now, or however long, when they feel like they really want to get that boy up out of here, they're gonna play the Kendrick song. So that's how far they going. The Kendrick mix with the Universal, all that takedown of Drake reminds me of the No Diddy campaign for Diddy.
He's saying that Puff was his brother because the media tries to attack him the same way. Let me stop you right there and say this. Puff is in jail right now because he was doing some miscellaneous activities and he's up for sex trafficking. I don't even think you've gone to visit him. Have you put money on his books? What are you doing right now to support your brother since you two are so much alike? You called the man the feds. You said that you weren't going to meet him because you were scared that they were going to hurt you.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talks is because you did a deal, you fucking fed.
Now you're brothers? What? You are a fool. There's no way a man who has daughters, you have multiple daughters, can sit up there and empathize with a person who beats women. I'm sorry, I just can't go with that type of logic. By the way, he touched on him being married to Kim Kardashian. He said, within 2 months of me marrying Kim Kardashian, I knew that I didn't want to be with her, but I still had kids because that was God's plan. That is exactly what he said. How is it that you're going to sit up here? We got you in 4K on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. At this point in the interview, I'm just thinking that this dude needs professional help, not meds, not a therapist. Like, he needs to be in a rubber room. Some of the rants that he was going on is unbelievable. And some of the things he was saying, he was upset because he couldn't see his kids, and the custody battle between him and Kim is not going the best and it's not going his way, which I think I kind of understand why it's not going your way. You're a fucking nut job who believes in people who beat on women. Where's the disconnect at? At that point in time, I kind of tuned out a little bit because this dude went into just so many different rants, and he blames everybody else but himself for the things that's happening to him.
All the brands that I've made, I don't got the name and likeness ownership, or at least 50-50 with my kids. So how's it joint custody? Y'all niggas, they think they too powerful. The Jews think they too powerful. Think they could get Cardi to play with me. They think they too powerful. They think they could get Kim to play with me. The Jews and the whites above the Jews. You get what I'm saying? That's my life is on this shit now. These are my children.
Like his bad record deal. He talks about his record deal on there and how he signed bad contracts and how Jay-Z makes more money off his catalog than he does. You're a billionaire. Buy your shit back. Buy your shit back. If you want to make more money off your catalog, buy your shit back. It's just a lot of contradicting things that he was going on and on about during this interview. And I have to take away some points from Akademiks because Akademiks didn't give him any kind of pushback, any kind of resistance. He didn't even really ask any important questions that could have kind of moved the interview in a different way. He sat there like a kid and just looked up at him and was smiling the whole time. And that says a lot about who Akademiks is as a person too.
None of these niggas, Jay-Z, Beyonce, you ain't helped me when I fucking was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence. No, your influence is for politics.
He went into a whole rant about why he said what he said about Jay-Z and Beyonce, saying, you know, they didn't help him. They didn't have his back when he was trying to get his kids, and they basically betrayed him. Everybody, you know what's funny? In this whole interview, everybody else is at fault but himself. Nobody else had everybody else was responsible for his downfall except for him. He took no accountability in any of this interview, and it tells me a lot about who he is as a person now. And he's a big piece of shit, if you ask me. He's just gotten to the point to where like he's uncontrollable. These antics are too much out of the way for him to be able to try to promote himself as somebody who is the little guy, or I'm the person that got betrayed. I'm the last one left. Nobody in the industry fucks with me for real. They've all tried to take from me. I'm God. He goes on a rant about calling himself God and says that everyone should be working for him. It is a mess, a complete mess, this interview. And I didn't understand it. I didn't know why. The whole time Akademiks just massaged his balls and just smiled and grinned. And I don't think he was there to ask real questions. I think he was just there to just let him say what he wanted to say. And he wanted to reap the benefits off of this interview. And that was it. And I just feel like we're to the point now where if Kanye West wants to sit down, let him sit down with white media. I just don't feel like we should take the chance on him anymore. This shit was nothing. Like, I wasted a lot of time watching this, if I'm being honest. Like, it was nothing about this that showed me anything other than Kanye West is a complete nut job, and he will do anything for attention, and he will do anything to make it everybody else's fault but his. I don't know if you guys seen the interview yet or not, but if you want to get a few laughs, because again, the whole thing with the Klansman outfit and the hood and him fumbling around, and he even gave Akademiks a White Lives Matter shirt, and Akademiks proudly took that shirt, and that told me a lot about who Ak is as a media personality. Number one in hip hop media, by the way. Complex, thanks a lot. But if you haven't seen the interview, I was going to say check it out. I'm lying. Don't waste your time. I wasted my time so you wouldn't have to waste yours. There's a few things I probably didn't touch on, but by this time, halfway through the interview, I was tapped out. For the people who did watch it though, tell me what you think. What was your takeaways from that Kanye West interview? Did you think it was something that was necessary? Do you think Kanye West looks like a complete clown? Is this something that is supposed to be for the culture? Make sure you guys are following the channel. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're sharing with everybody. Let people know you like hip-hop commentary like this. And I will catch you guys next episode. Peace out.
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.